All right, so you want the Flare deep dive. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Blockchain for data. That's their big thing, right?
Catchy, isn't it?
It does sound cool, but is it all hype?
Yeah.
We dug into their stuff, white papers, blog posts, the whole deal.
Sounds like you had your work cut out for you.
We did. So we're going to break it down for you like they're explaining it at a tech meetup, but to like a smart friend, not a coder.
Yeah, I like that. Cut through the jargon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, big picture, what is Flare? Imagine if, like, instead of just recording transactions, a blockchain was obsessed with good, reliable data from everywhere.
Yeah, and that's a key difference, right? They're not just focused on being another blockchain. The big deal is that they're EVM compatible.
Okay, hold on. For those of us who, don't speak fluent blockchain, what does that even mean?
Right, sorry. It means it's compatible with Ethereum, which is huge. For developers already working with Ethereum and smart contracts, it's like Flare's rolling out the red carpet. They want them to use Flare for all their data needs.
So it's like they're speaking the same language as a big chunk of the blockchain world.
Exactly. Less of a learning curve, easier to integrate. It's a smart move to try and get more people on board quickly.
Okay, makes sense. Now, onto this FTSO thing, Flare Time Series Oracle. It's supposed to be like the solution to centralized price feeds.
Exactly, and we've seen how risky those can be. One bad actor, one manipulated price, and boom, chaos.
Like that whole DeFi thing last year, right?
Exactly, that's exactly what I'm talking about. The FTSO is designed to prevent that. It's Flare's answer to decentralized, tamper-proof prices. Instead of relying on one source, they use a whole bunch of independent providers.
So more like a panel of judges, not just one Supreme Court justice making all the calls.
Exactly. Much harder to manipulate, way more transparent. Crucial for DeFi, especially when you're talking about people's money.
Yeah, no kidding. No more single source of truth. I like it. Okay, this is where it gets really cool. The data connector. Most blockchains, they're kind of isolated, right? But Flare's trying to actually connect to the internet.
Right. The data connector is huge. Imagine a DeFi app that uses real-time weather data, right? Like to adjust insurance rates for farmers or something. The data connector can pull that data from the internet and verify it's legit, all on the blockchain.
Wow. So they're making all this data that's already out there useful in a whole new way.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That's the idea. Secure, tamper-proof connections between the real world and the blockchain world. Massive potential.
It's huge. Okay, so we've got reliable data, connections to the outside world, but who's actually using it? Their site mentions DeFi, bridging blockchains, even like normal web apps. It's all over the place.
That's what I find so interesting about Flare, right? They're not just trying to build one thing. They're trying to be the foundation for all sorts of stuff. By making data trustworthy and accessible, they want to basically empower this whole ecosystem of developers, users, you name it.
It's like they're building the foundation for a skyscraper,
Right.
but not saying exactly what kind of businesses will be in there. Kind of mysterious, actually.
Early days, right. But that's also what makes it exciting. A lot of potential to be shaped.
For sure. Now on to some of the cool developments they've got cooking. FTSO V2 is one. Basically, it's a faster, more efficient version of their price feed system.
Speed is key, and Flare knows it. Faster data means apps can react to changes quicker, transactions go through smoother, better user experience all around.
Yeah, nobody wants a laggy app.
Oh,
Okay, next up, enshrined oracles. Sounds pretty hardcore.
it does, right? But it's all about security. They're baking security right into the core of the network, ensuring the data is accurate and trustworthy. It's like they're building a high-tech vault for information.
So Flare's going all in on being the most reliable, most secure source of data. Bold move.
It is. In a world that increasingly relies on data, though, it's not a bad bet to make.
Agreed. And here's the coolest part, in my opinion. They're giving out grants to developers building on Flare. I love that.
Me too. It shows they're serious about building a real ecosystem, not just talking about it. More developers, more use cases, more potential.
Definitely. It's great to see. Okay, so we've gone deep on Flare, their obsession with good data, and how they want to change, well, everything. Final thoughts.
Huge potential, for sure. Bridging the gap between all these different systems could totally change how we think about data, how we use it. The big question is, can they pull it off? It's really complicated stuff, and making it all work together seamlessly, that's the challenge.
Yeah, a lot of moving parts. It's super ambitious.
It is. But if anyone can make data this trustworthy and accessible, well, it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
For sure. Big if, though.
Yeah.
So think about it. What would a world look like where any piece of information, anything from financial transactions to medical records, could be verified instantly and you knew it was accurate? Flair's betting on that future. It's pretty mind-blowing.
It really is, like something out of science fiction.
Right, but who knows? Maybe Flair's the start of something huge. Data nerds take notice.
I think we just did.
We did, didn't we? All right, until next time.